Hello everyone. Just want to quick say thanks for likes and the comments on our previous videos, and today we are doing our worst remakes, and as you know us by now, this is the Forgotten Horror Podcast, and he's Yardborough, I'm Peoples, and don't you stop it, don't you stop the music. You know, we're never gonna stop. No. Remember that one? But you don't remember that one, do you? Someone will. Anyway, let's get back to the serious.
There's no words, is there? There's no words.
Words don't come easy.
No.
How can I find a way to make you say? Anyway, that's another song. F.R. David, words don't come easy to me. There's another one.
And he goes into that high register, doesn't he? How can I find a way? Yeah. Anyway, welcome back to Top of the Pops.
Yeah, Top of the Plops.
Orange Juice Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do like the worst remakes. Yeah. There's been quite a few of them. So Anthony's been putting pen to paper because he's really took this on board. This assignment has really took over. This is invading his thoughts, people. So Anthony, if we'd like to get this shit show running,
yeah. I mean, I'll name you one. I've got a few written down because I was looking at the little list I've done. I own 4 of them, but I couldn't be asked digging them out. That's how Mr. Motivator I was. So anyway, the first one's The Omen. Now, I really like the original, and it's pretty much shot for shot, but it misses the mark, if that makes sense. It doesn't have that same. I don't know if it's because I was older when I watched it. I don't know, but it don't have the same effect as the original did. I mean, I went to the cinema to see it. I've got a poster in there, a cinema poster behind wardrobe, but
it's same behind that wardrobe as well, probably.
Yeah, got Elephant Man's bones in there. Took them off Michael Jackson's.
John Merrick's teeth. John Merrick's teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Omen. I never saw the remake on the basis that it was a remake of The Omen. I just was like, that's pretty sacrilegious. So I never watched it. And again, they got. I remember the kid. The kids were memorable because he had that bowl haircut, didn't he? And bug eyes. But I never really watched it. So I can't comment on that one. I can't.
Going off. It's probably off the list that I've got written down. It's probably the best one on the list.
Right. So this is the best of the worst.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is it? What is it that misses the mark, Anthony? What is it about the remake?
It doesn't have the same feel to it. I mean, don't forget, I watched The Omen a long time ago, and it always stuck in me because, as people know, I prefer that over The Exorcist.
Oh, I know, yeah.
But we're not going there. That's another fucking story. Or should I say The Exorcist shit?
Every time you mention The Omen, The Exorcist come into it.
Yeah, but it just... I don't know, because the acting was good, I suppose. The production was good. But for me, it just didn't have the same. It didn't have that creepiness to it, and I think maybe because it's modern, everything's all looks all nice and it's shot very well and all. It just misses something.
The atmosphere, missing the atmosphere.
Yeah, it doesn't have that sort of like that. You know, in the 70s, 80s, it's kind of gritty. You know, the film.
Yeah,
it's got that sort of look to films in the 70s and 80s and older. As time goes on, it's like everything looks cleaner.
It was a pretty dark film as well. The Omen, wasn't it? It had a dark, like a bit of a dark quality to it.
Yeah, I just I couldn't, like I said, maybe I was expecting too much. You know, I don't know what I'm expecting, but you know, when you watch, like, unlike some people, they seem to watch modern stuff, then possibly go back to the older stuff. Whereas I don't like doing that. I'd rather watch the older stuff first, which I have done, and then the newer stuff. But I don't know. Maybe I was too old for it. Maybe if I was like 10, 15 years younger when it came out, I might have liked it a bit more. I don't know, but I'm a bit stuck in my ways.
Yeah.
I mean, the old school.
I remember it coming out, and people that I was talking to at the time said, "Oh, here's one for you, The Omen." I just didn't take to it.
It's worth watching. I would say, watch it just so
I might give it a flick. I might give it a flick now, but
it's not like a shit. You know, I can't put it on and think, "Oh, that's fucking dog shit."
Yeah,
but it's just not good, if that makes sense.
Because I just wasn't entertained by the whole thing at all. I don't know what it was. And that's probably one of the very few remakes that I've never seen. I do see most of them just to see what they're like, because I do like I suppose like everybody, you do a comparison of the original. Sometimes they get things right, sometimes they make things worse. The production, see, this is what's disappointing with films nowadays. The production, I'm going to talk a little bit like compared to like the later Halloweens that we had a few years ago. The production looked amazing. The cast was great. It looked fabulous. You know, they got the masks really good. They got all them characters really, really well. The effects were brilliant, but like, I know it missed the mark. They could have done so much more with that story. Like, so I'm relating that to The Omen as well. They probably could have tried to push it a little bit more than doing it shot. I know The Omen's quite set in stone, isn't it? So doing a remake of that, a film of that ilk, would be nerve-wracking for them filming. So you probably obviously didn't want to go too far out of the box. But maybe they should have pushed it a little bit because it was The Omen.
I think Carlos thinks the same thing as well, if I remember rightly. I'm pretty sure he agreed.
No, The Omen, he was on with us, and The Omen is one of his favourites. So, I mean, the remake would really... He'd be a good one to dissect the remake as well, really. Because he'd be able to really get his teeth into it.
Yeah.
You know?
So, what have you got? What are you thinking?
Right. What am I dreaming about? What are you
I'm
dreaming about there?
About you.
I've got
bit of Dan Hartman now. I know, might change this to a fucking song, but a music channel.
Absolutely, anyway. Why not? We're getting fed up of horror.
All we do is Halloween all the time.
Oh yeah, that Halloween thing. Yeah. I feel like such a fucking cliche. Wearing my Halloween t-shirts. I just grabbed it out of the wardrobe today. I thought, I'll just shove that one on. There's a mass of black t-shirts. I can't see them. They're just a mass of black t-shirts in my wardrobe. You'll see when you come over. Just a mass of black t-shirt. And I just grabbed the first thing and I put it on, and it just happened to be Halloween. And
that's what I'm like. Braille.
For the record, well, yeah. You could have the brightly coloured ones and you still be like... that's what... but for me, I don't really wear many horror t-shirts. I always wear me rock t-shirts, me metal t-shirts. I always have done. So this is a rarity, having a bit of a horror t-shirt on here. So I feel like a cliche. Anyway, I've got to say, this one of the worst remakes straight away for me, A Nightmare on Elm Street. That was, and I don't know, before we start, I was really looking forward to it. You know, because we do not a lot of Elm Street gets discussed on here nowadays. We should do some more Elm Street. It doesn't get a lot of love.
We need to do an Elm Street.
It doesn't get a lot of love. So because Elm Street had sort of packed in a little bit. I know the later sequels were really weak and they didn't know what it become a comedy, it become a joke act, didn't it?
You know what we should do? We should do a ranking. Now that gets all the everyone looking.
Well, I don't know what does rankings, so that'd be an original idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody does them. But yeah, we could do. We could do. But Elm Street, anyway.
Yeah.
Elm Street, I was looking forward to it. And again, the production looked great. You know what I mean? The setup looked great. I don't know. It's like that missed the mark as well. That was another one. They tried to change the story. I quite enjoyed the twist of, when they went back into the history of Kruger. And there was that thing whether he was an innocent man and he was being victimized. You know what I mean? Maybe they tortured an innocent man, but obviously they found out that he was just, the sick,
the neighborhood nonce,
the sick pervert that he always was. See, in the original films, they never went into that sort of detail. If you remember, Nancy's mum said to her, he was just a filthy child murderer. Well, that didn't imply that he was doing anything else. He was just a child killer.
Yeah.
But this one implied sort of, it goes there, doesn't it? A little bit.
Yeah. I didn't like the makeup. It looked like, you know what it looked like? Cheese on toast, and you put it on, and it's fell onto some tin foil, and as you pull it off, it's just it fucking sticks to the tin foil, then stretch it. That's what it looked like. It just looked shit. I just didn't.
I liked that. Was it Jackie Earl Haley? I didn't mind him as Freddy Krueger. I think the look, you have to get the look right. And I think because Robert Englund made it so iconic, I think they went for something completely left field, but he went too far left field. He looked like one of them rabbit dogs.
I mean, he looked fucking hell, they might as well have got Simon Weston to play him. Probably did a better job. Ooh.
Okay, wolf whistling there, mate.
Anyway, I don't think any people won't know who he is, but no, hey, we're not PC on here.
No, definitely not. But no, I know what you mean. The makeup words. Fucking Simon Weston.
Fucking, I'm going to hell, mate.
No, I'm going with you for fucking laughing. So. Well, I do get the makeup did look off, didn't it? You would have had more of a traditional look for him, because I think it's the same with all of major franchise. If you don't get the look of the main villain right, you've sort of lost the audience a little bit there. The last Leatherface didn't look brilliant in that Netflix film, even though I like Leatherface. The mask didn't look brilliant. Freddy didn't look brilliant in the remake. I did like Jason, and I actually did like Myers, and I did like the look of Myers in the last ones. And Ghostface, well, he's looks the coolest one out of all of them, doesn't he? Because it's just
can't really get it wrong, that can you?
No, he's the coolest looking one out of all of them. He is. I really like that Ghostface mask. But I think, yeah, and the characters, there were some known teen or young adult faces in Elm Street as well, which did sort of propel it along a little bit. But I just felt the story was paper thin. It was a little bit paper thin. I did like the twist of maybe he was innocent after all. And then when they found his room and they went through.
Still, Robert should have played him. I mean, he's getting on, but he's not like he's fucking 90, is he? Do you know what I mean? I think he could have done it just that one last time, and maybe it might have saved the film. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think no, I'd have left Rob. I know it's sacrilegious, but and I left Robert out of it. Like Kane Hodder on the remake of Friday, Derek Mays did a brilliant job.
Yeah.
Jake Earl Healy did a great job. It was just his makeup they should have made the makeup let him down because he did a great performance. When you saw him in the flashback scenes with no makeup on as the groundskeeper, he did come off as really creepy. So there was no bad judgments on his part. It was just the makeup let him down. And the story, some of these writers, I think, they try and get creative a little bit, but I don't know. It just fell flat a little bit for me because I do like the original Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one. I think it's a staple in horror. The only thing about the original Elm Street one that I didn't like is that where they pull the fucking doll through at the end. You could have just had the fucking glove grabbing her face, and it would have been a ending to a film. But you see the doll get dragged through that little window of the door, and I thought, nah, fucking hell. The last frame of the film, and I know Wes Craven was lobbying to keep that in because it shot different endings, and I thought, fucking hell, no. Why keep that one in? Horrible. Anyway, Anthony, that was Elm Street. Your next worst one.
Poltergeist.
Yeah. I didn't get all the way through that. I just turned it off.
There's a bag of wank as well. Just
bag of dicks, that wasn't it, mate? Bag of dicks.
Again, just didn't. The thing is with remakes, I don't give them a chance half the time because you just compare them straight. I mean,
yeah, you're going in with that. You're going in with that with it there, aren't you?
If I like the original, then usually I'm quite harsh on the remake. If I don't like the original that much, I'm usually better with a remake. Usually, it's not always the case, but like for instance, Texas Chainsaw, the first one, yeah, again, it's a classic. It's not a bad film, but it's nowhere near as good as the remake. I really like the
remake that one, mate.
But maybe if I really loved the original, might not like the remake as much. I don't know.
It's good remake that, mate. I do love the original Texas Chainsaw. I don't like part 2 and 3 and 4 or whatever it's called, Next Generations. But I certainly like the remake at the beginning. Them two. And I didn't mind the Texas Chainsaw 13. And the new one, I didn't mind that Leatherface with the prequel shit. No, that was bollocks. That was terrible. But yeah, that was a good solid remake. That, I mean, Jilly's favorite remake of all time. That one.
Anyway, Poltergeist. Yeah, I just didn't like it. I owned it. I did own it. I own the Omen because it's in a box set. I've got the remake of the Omen, but Poltergeist, I got rid of it. I watched it once and I thought I'm not going to watch this again, so I just threw it in my pile.
Again, the original Poltergeist was so iconic. You know, with little Carol Ann. She was such an iconic little girl. God love her, Heather O'Rourke. And the scene with the cloud and that. I know they tried to emulate that, but it was just
didn't have the same effect.
The production was great. This is the problem. The production looks great on all these films. It's just, I think it's the story. I think the story's letting them down. The story's letting all the people who put hard work and effort into them. The stories are letting them down. Certainly did with Halloween.
With these remakes, maybe instead of doing a remake, maybe they should have just done sequels. They might have got a bit further. They might have got a bit better rather than do a remake. Yeah. Or who knows? You got another one?
Yeah, this one goes back a while ago. Psycho. They did a remake of Psycho quite a long time ago now. Vince Vaughn and Anne Hesh.
I've got the DVD of it as well.
I watched it, and again, it's another one of those remakes that's shot for shot, similar to the original. Again,
it have the same feel to it.
The same feel of the house, but it's just such an iconic film, Psycho. I mean, I don't think anybody else could play Norman Bates. in a feature film, but Anthony Perkins, because that was him, wasn't it? I mean,
I think he did a good job, but got his fucking Elliot out of Extra Testicle. What's he called?
Oh yeah, in the when the young Norman Bates. Yeah, he was in Psycho 4 at the beginning.
But, but that was like a prequel, wasn't it? Really, it was like he was a young one, so it was. I thought he did a good job. I quite like 4.
Psycho 4. There's not a bad film of Psycho, but the remake, I was really harsh, probably a bit too harsh, really. Because again, stylistically, it looks shit up. You know, I didn't have a problem with Vince Vaughn. Didn't have a problem with Anne Hesh. Didn't have a problem. It's just, I thought to myself, why? Why remake this one? Because
I think
it doesn't deviate too much from the original. I don't know.
It's quite an old remake. Was it 98?
Yeah.
So it's quite an old remake. And don't forget, Psycho 4 was done in 90. So did it need 8 years later to have a remake? Maybe they could have left it another 5-10 years. I don't know. But
the Bates Motel TV series was really popular. That had some great moments in it. For me, if they'd have remade Psycho as a feature film, I'd have got that kid Freddie Highmore, and I made a feature film out of that, a total remake with a teenage, young adult Norman Bates. You know what I mean? And that could have been a springboard for a couple of sequels, you know, rather than a series.
Yeah.
Plus, those all the trimmings and the gloss and shit. Yeah, but get down to brass tactics.
The thing you series with me, if I'll watch them once, and because they're that long, I very rarely put them on again, because it's like, whereas a film, you watch it and it's done.
Yeah.
There's a beginning, middle, and end. It's done. You watch it, it's done. Whereas a series is like fucking episode after episode, so it doesn't finish.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean? I'm not one of them that can put an episode on a night. I like to get through something.
Yeah.
So I sort of binge watch everything just so.
Yeah, I binge watch TV series to get them out of the way.
The only series I've ever really watched properly, is like stuff like The Wonder Years and Only Fools and Horses, things like that. I can watch them over and over, because I think because each episode's just that episode.
Yeah.
It's not like a continuation of the same story, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, it's just a throw episodes out.
Yeah, it's just episodes like that's done. That episode's done right next. Whereas the other stuff, it's like Walking Dead. I got fucking fed up with it.
That went on forever, didn't it?
I've still not watched the last season.
Me neither. Season 24, I think it was.
It's like Prison Break. When that came out, I enjoyed that, and then I think I watched the third season, and then I said, I'll give up. I couldn't be asked.
So anyway, I would have done that with Psycho though. I would have made a feature film with Freddie Highmore and Vera Farmiga and that setup, and I've done a film of it, made a film of it, and got a couple, 2 or 3 sequels out of it, like a trilogy or something. And have it done, you know what I mean? And that would have been better than the Psycho from the late 90s, because it was, like you said, too soon, really, and it was too samey. There wasn't much. It was, to me, it was they went through the motions. You know what I mean? Again, not criticizing the production and the cast and the acting. I think it just didn't need to be made, because of Anthony Perkins was still very fresh in people's minds. So doing something like with Freddie Highmore, which was completely different, that would have been the way to go for me as a making of Psycho. I think that could have been really, really good.
But yeah, my next one.
Yeah.
April Fool's Day.
I knew that was coming. You're a huge fan of the original, aren't you?
Yeah, I love the original. I always have ever since I watched it. When I was a kid, I think it's just something about it. It's just really good
It's
fun.
very Friday the 13th, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, it's just really good fun. You just put it on, and it's just really good fun. It's a good film. But I bought the DVD. The DVD came out years ago, and I'd only bought it fairly past couple of years, 2 or 3 years, because I was like, I'm not buying it. And I thought, you know what, fuck it. So I think I got it from Amazon for like £2 or something.
Yeah,
I've still got the DVD. But I put it on, and I was like, fuck me, what have I just watched? I thought, fucking hell! I can't. It was that bad. I don't even remember it.
Like Cluedo.
It was just. It was fucking. I can't even say it was a remake. Really, I don't know what they were thinking. It was like watching some shitty fucking, what are them programs that kids watch? A One Tree Hill.
Oh,
You know, that kind of look to it. You know, like that Beverly Hills type fucking feel to it, like Gossip Girl. I mean, I quite like Gossip Girl anyway. That's another story. But that type of typical American rich kid type, it was one of them. That's what it reminded me of, and just thought, what the fuck? So anyway, I just dismissed it. I've never watched it since. I said I don't really remember it, but I just remember thinking it was fucking awful. Going off the list, probably the second worst, probably the second or third worst fucking film I've got written down.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it again. It was one of them things where I just went, I like April Fool's Day. I had it on VHS on the ex-rental days. I thought it was a good spoof, because it had its moments where it was so good. It was so Friday the 13th. I thought, yeah, this is fucking good. You know what I mean?
You got Amy Steele in it, and I forgot his name, Biff from Back to the Future. I can't remember his real name. Is it Max something or whatever he's called? But he's in it. There's a few in it.
Yeah, good on that one.
But yeah, April Fool's Day remake, if you want to call it that, shit. I don't recommend watching that.
Yeah.
Even though one day I might dig it out and rewatch it just to refresh my memory of how shit it actually is. But yeah, I don't recommend that.
Just to waste some more time. Waste some more time.
So
right,
what you got out?
Yeah, Prom Night.
I quite
remake of. I know you like it there. So
all right. But that was another one. It's not. Is it really a remake? It's another one.
It's its own story, isn't it?
Yeah, it's different, but I didn't mind it. It's not a brilliant film, fucking hell, but it was okay.
I know it has one of the girls that's in Pitch Perfect and American Pie and all that in it.
Brittany Snow.
Yeah, she was in. Oh, she was in X, wasn't she? She was in X. So, but she's in it, and I was like, but yeah, and I know, whatever. She stuck to singing.
I
preferred Pitch Perfect, but no, I didn't like Prom Night because I do like the original, especially Jamie Lee Curtis's disco dancing. That was cool. Some hot music going on there. But I did like the original. I like the original plot to it.
Yeah.
I think that plot got copied a few times after Prom Night. You know, the bullied kid falls and has an accident, or the bullied kid, something happens to the bully, and then someone takes revenge. It's not necessarily the bullied kid who died. It was that story got copied. So when I saw Prom Night the remake, and it was about this nutter who'd escaped and that terrorized her before and then come after her again on Prom Night, I thought, give it props for merits of doing its own thing, because that's what I think some remakes should do. They should push it a little bit further. But in the end, I don't know. I don't think I was impressed with the production values. It went a bit too. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah,
Glee. that sort of
squeaky
shit.
clean type thing.
Yeah. I wanted a bit more. I wanted a bit more grime on it.
Yeah.
I suppose that's because that's Halloween H2O falls in that trap. That sort of look, that Scream. I know, you know what I mean. But where Scream pulled it off, this one didn't.
Mm.
You know,
that
so
X and Pearl I didn't like.
I didn't mind them. I don't mind them, but I think Prom Night, I was like, I think it was just that era of them films, wasn't it? Because I know what you. I've just been rewatching. I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I still know what you did last summer. I never really liked them. I've got a bit more of a respect from now. I've watched them now. I'm older again. But again, it's still that rich boy, clean cut American shite. You know what I mean?
I prefer
annoying characters. Really, they are annoying characters.
Jack Black trying to be Jamaican.
Yeah.
Dread.
Jack Black was cool in the sequel.
Surprised he didn't get cancelled for that.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I did like Ben Willis. I thought he was a good villain. But yeah, I got it at the end where Jennifer what's her name? Jennifer Love Hewitt or whatever her name is. Yeah, she said just fucking die, and I was agreeing with her. Yeah, because he should have died a million times, but he just keeps getting back up. It's like, so yeah. Prom Night for me fell into that category. I was like, right, that's me done with them. What have you got, Anthony?
Slumber Party Massacre. Massacre.
That was dog shit, wasn't it? That was dog shit.
I don't even know where to start with this one. I didn't even know it was coming out, and then it came out, and I was like, "All right." So I thought I'll have to buy this. Fuck me. No, it's fucking garbage. I didn't like. I don't think I liked anything of it. I just didn't like. It was just. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the actors. It was just crap. It was fucking awful.
It was terrible, wasn't it? We rented it off Prime, and Slumber Party Massacre, and the killer was so fucking annoying. I mean, in the original one, he's a weirdo. He reminds me of someone. He reminds me of somebody. It reminds me of somebody. He's fucking drama queen. But the killer in the remake tried to be dead. You know, fuck off. And he was just a hit. And I thought, you're not even fucking intimidating, you little prick. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just my take on it, but he was just annoying. I sat there thinking, I wanted to punch the fuck out of him. He'd be no killer. With
his giant drill.
Fucking rubbish. No,
I like the original, but
I like the original. It had a good atmosphere to it, and he was a creepy double denim wearing guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, double denim.
Denim. There's status quo going on there.
What was I going to say? Yeah, it's just not very good. Tell you what, it is a fucking an odd film that annoys me. Winnie the Pooh.
Well, the horror thing.
Yeah, the girls, every time they see them, they're hiding. The girls, and as soon as they see them, they're screaming the fucking head up. It's like, you just give the game away. You just told them where you fucking are, you dumb cunts. I wanted to kill them myself. Fucking, by the way, that's another story, but yeah, that's a fucking, like I said, half of these horror films, I just got fucking, that's why you're watching, so they get, these bell ends get killed. You know, every other
like
type
in Slumber Party Massacre, when the bell end's the fucking killer. Fucking hell.
Every other film, everyone roots for the good guy, but in horror films, it's always like for the bad. on. What's he going to do next?
Yeah, stick him again.
You got out else?
Squat. What's that?
You got out else?
No, I've lost interest, mate.
The Fog.
What have you got?
The Fog.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, Lord almighty. Fucking hell, yeah. Now, that was really bad, wasn't it?
Fucking hell. I think I bought the DVD of that from HMV. I think I was like, oh, yeah, I was coming home from work. I used to nip into HMV and buy a load of films. And I seen that, so I'll get that. Like 15 quid, 12 quid or something. Fucking hell. I got it home. Well, what the fuck have I just watched? Oh, the CGI in it, everything. It was fucking awful. I've got nothing good to say about it.
No, there's no redeeming qualities at all, is there? How can a remake so bad slip my mind? But see, it's because I'm not invested in any of them.
It was fucking shite. The story was slightly altered, but it was fucking shite. It was just shite.
I mean, if you've not seen it, people, don't waste your time. See the original. The original, the masterpiece. The remake was just bollocks.
My next one was the Grudge, or Ju-on, or whatever it's called in Japan. The Grudge.
That another one you didn't like?
Yeah, I didn't like the original anyway.
Did you know?
Both pile of shite. Both want fucking burning.
I like the Grudge. I thought the Grudge was all right.
The next one, Suspiria, but again, I'm not keen on the original either. But the remake is fucking even worse.
It's a bit psychedelic, that, in it. But again, I didn't mind the remake as well. It was a bit out there, but I didn't think it was too bad.
And then obviously, everyone's favourite, that fucking The Fly.
Oh, yeah.
David I meant, what's he called now? Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Rapist number 2.
His best role.
Yeah.
What was it about The Fly you didn't like, Hans?
I don't like him.
That it? He ruined the whole thing. So did they put somebody else in the lead role?
It's not so much, but he's not done out wrong. I don't mind him, actually, I suppose, but I don't like Gina Davis.
Oh, so you don't like either of them? The leads?
No.
If they'd replaced the leads...
There might have been, I probably would have liked it. I don't know who, but I probably would have liked it a bit more. But again, it's completely different to the original, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
Like 32 years before that one, but
yeah,
just missed the mark somewhere. But again, if they had different actors in the leads, maybe I would have liked it a bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not out of the list. It's not the worst looking film on there. I mean,
Slumber Party Massacre or The Fog's got to be there.
I'd say probably The Omen and The Fly are probably the best of them of the list.
Yeah.
But just couldn't rate it. I know there's people that love it, but I do class it more of a sci-fi than it is a typical horror. So
it is like got a lot of sci-fi theme, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just not into sci-fi that much. It has to be something spectacular for me to be into it.
Yeah.
I think the only sci-fi horror film I really like is I was going to say The fucking Fly again. Is Alien.
Alien, the first Alien, that was billed as a horror when it came out. Yeah. It did breed that subgenre, that horror sci-fi, which everything's getting thrown into that now. Fucking Predator, Terminator's being bandied around as a fucking horror film. I thought never released as a horror, but Alien was, and The Fly had that sci-fi theme right the way through it. Anyway, it touches both parallels, doesn't it? Sci-fi horror.
But I mean,
like
I'm
a
not
creature feature as well. If you want to bet,
I
pushy.
think it's the main actors in it. I think.
Yeah, I like Cronenberg's The Fly. I thought it's good.
Why I dislike him so much, but it's just something about him.
Yeah, I'd like to have made it a bit darker and go on a fucking spree as The Fly rather than him.
It was secluded, wasn't it? It was like alienated.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He was just
he was in his little. He was just stuck on his roof, wasn't he? Apart from when he kidnapped her and took him back to the
when the baboon gets turned into a turkey purse.
Yeah, that was a good part. Yeah. No baboons was hurt in the making of that film, I don't think.
No. But
good scene.
There's bits in it. There's bits in it.
Practical effects.
He snaps his fucking arm. Snaps his forearm. He's fucking sick and all that. But yeah,
like his dick in the jar.
It's not.
He had his dick in the jar.
But Brundlefly. But yeah,
brushing his teeth with all his parts in jars in the bathroom cupboard.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got.
Yeah.
Like I said, let us know what your thoughts. Did you like any of the films? Can you think of others?
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what other remakes they didn't like. They were just off the top of our heads what we've watched over the years and felt they're not up to par, they're not up to scratch. Yeah. We might have been a little bit harsh on some, but I think generally, we're pretty solid on most of them. I mean, everybody's opinion is different, but there were our picks, ladies and gentlemen. If you've got any other different suggestions or whatever, put them down because me and Am we like our last few videos that we've done seem to have captured people and they've been putting what they like, which is really cool. So please continue that and let it go.
I need to pull my finger out of my fucking shitter and reply to some of these because I can't be arsed. I've got no motivation anymore.
Well, get motivated because I think it was James P. mentioned some of them abstract dream films that you were asking about. Have a look on the last one because he's mentioned a couple of films, I think.
I think
I'll get you to reply to it.
Yeah, I think Barlow asked what a chav is. Basically, it's just a scrote who thinks they're 10 men who walk around in gangs thinking they're untouchable, that usually listen to shitty dance music or fucking some sort of techno fucking wank.
Or they do shitty live streams thinking they're cocky. Right.
But anyway, fucking chavs. Kill a fucking lot of them.
All they do live streams thinking they're cocky.
Yeah. So on that note, go on.
We will see you soon, people, with another fine edition of Madness. Thanks so much for watching.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon. Anthony, are you going to check us out?
Be safe, everyone, as always.